Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you all to another crackling encounter at the KSFA Football Stadium, and it is match 15 of the Bdfa Super Division, and it's going to be between Hal FC and FC Deccan. So far, it has been a swashbuckling tournament, and this match would also pit two stalwarts of the league against each other. Hal FC's contribution to Indian football has been immense, wherein FC Deccan they have also done great in recent times and will definitely like to get themselves rocking and rolling in the roster of Indian football. Both the teams are very heavily packed, and they do have a lot of local players on the side. That's how Hal FC has lined up. Mohammad Ibrahim Ahmed, Lungwardam Thanga, Austin Jijo, Shreyash Vatikar, Ajit R, J Ahino, Tejas S, the skipper of the side, JS Johnny Com, Andrew Gurung, TH Imran Khan, and Muthu Raja, the goalkeeper. When we talk about their bench strength, they have Lakpa, they have Manjunath T, Amit Shabib, Mohammad Nihal, Mohammad Dilshad, Dhan Shekhar, Shishel, Vincent Cheerspin, and Shubham Tiwari, and they're playing under the likes of Mr. Irudaya Raj Singh. And for FC Deccan, it is going to be Siddharth Rana under the woodwork, followed by Mohammad Sanoot, Anish A, Radhe Techi, Ching Taipu, Nikhil Das, Alvin Anthony, Rahil Sardar, and then Rakesh Singh, B.U. Mithun, the skipper, Manik Nandan Murugan. The substitutes include Mahashuk MTP, Vinod R, Tongalal Chongloi, Roshan Samra, Naveen Das, Raj Gaikwad, Akhilesh Astekar, G. Alessius Wesley, Segolchim Lanbi, and their head coach is Harish Edateranji. And it's going to be me, Rohit, who would be taking you forward with this fixture between Hal FC and Deccan FC. Well, the players have walked out to the center, and both the teams will really have a great task at hand. Hal FC, if we go by their full name, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited Football Club, and they have been quite a mainstay, quite a staple in Bangalore football, wherein for Deccan FC, it is something that is very exciting. They'll also like to put their best foot forward. This is a challenge that will need some serious heat from both sides. And Tobias Mervin is the referee for the day. And the two captains are in the center. Tejas S leading the lines of Hal FC, wherein it was B.U. Mithun leading the lines of FC Deccan. well known as the Pilots, Hal FC. They have previously competed in quite significant number of leagues and competitions, wherein for Deccan FC they have been promoting the youth, not just of the state, not just of the city, but scouting for footballers all across the country, and bringing them in, trying to get the best out of them. Well, it is needless to say, it is one of the most obvious facts that Hal FC is definitely a team that loves to take the battle right to their counterparts. Wherein Deccan FC, they have more of a watch and attack approach. They sit back, watch their teams deliver, or watch their counterparts come all guns blazing at them, and from there on, they go all guns blazing. Well, in your frame, it is going to be Hal FC attacking from the left to the right, wherein on your frame, from the right to the left, bringing in their Venom and Justice, dressed in grey and black, is none other than FC Deccan. And we are all set for what can very well be an absolute cracker of a game. I reckon the referee has halted kickoff due to some reason, due to some technical reasons that he just wants to ensure before the match gets underway here at the KSFA Stadium. And it is going to be Hal who would be kick-starting proceedings here. Wherein Deccan FC, they'll take their time and they will move accordingly. And we get underway here at the KSFA Football Stadium. It is Hal FC versus FC Deccan. And Hal straight of the block, trying to find a way from the right wing. But then they'll have to get into a retreating mode as the ball goes all the way back to their own defensive maneuver. Chips it forward, not really well collected there, but now the possession is fallen back in favor of Hal FC as they drive all the way from the left, trying to look for an opportunity, trying to look for a cross, coming in all the way. But then it wasn't a very successful enterprise there. FC Deccan not really in a very comfortable state. Oh, that's a brilliant cross. Well received, shooting chance, but a very emasculated effort towards the goal. Could very well have been the opener of the day. But then the goalkeeper of FC Deccan, Siddharth Rana, he wasn't challenged. Receiving the first touch, it all felt gilt-edged. But that final shot that came in, it came in a bit of a pressure. It was more of an impulsive movement rather than calculated, and hence the ball just flew out wide of the goal. A couple of short passes by FC Deccan in their defense, and Hal FC, they are pressing it high. They want to ensure that they can exploit the short passes, try and put FC Deccan under pressure. Early high press football can really be pretty deadly and menacing. Well, it's a throw in favor of Hal FC now. Now coming all the way from the right, headed to safety there. Now that is some early intent being shown by Hal FC. They're doing decent, they're doing great as they come knocking from both the wings so far. Once again from the left wing, but FC Deccan, their defense stands tall, and they eventually trade the ball away to safety, but at the expense of a throw. And another long throw came in. It wasn't well cleared away, but then Siddharth Rana, he had his eyes on the ball, and now he can drive forward. Short passes here. So far, the possession has been entirely dominated by Hal. And to be honest, FC Deccan, they have somehow just been clearing away the ball from their own half, somehow scavenging off the possession that is left out in the wilderness by the men in green. That was one sloppy pass and probably the first mistake, and a rare one there by Hal FC. But just when it felt that FC Deccan can savor a bit of possession, the referee has blown the whistle for players down on the ground, clutching onto his hip, most likely, while the two players were trying to defend. Ideally, in a body contact game like football, things like these can happen. There was a leap in trying to control the ball, but then a crushing elbow came down onto the hip of the player, eventually bringing him down, and the referee was quick to stop play and award a free kick in favor of Hal FC. FC Deccan just desperate there to try and get any single opportunity that comes knocking on their door. Now sends the ball screaming from the right, but it eventually eludes everyone in the mix. It's a throw in now in favor of FC Deccan. They take their time, they're in no hurry. Another long ball created, beautifully chested down, but couldn't really keep it under control as FC Deccan was quick to recover it. Oh, that back pass! That could have been a suicidal move there. There were not one but two players converging upon the opportunity, and they had sniff of glory. And another missed pass here allows Hal to take the ball away, reclaim possession for themselves, and keep it at their foot. FC Deccan will have to be careful. They won't really get many opportunities. If they are getting the possession to keep for themselves, they'll really need to take time and be composed instead of going forward with those impetuous passes. That's a lovely cross! Once again, a couple of Hal players were converging upon that. It felt like a confluence of destruction. Unfortunately, though, Siddharth Rana, he was all set and he wrapped his arms around the ball very quickly. Now, that is good goalkeeping. But the writings are on the wall and they seem to be pretty ominous at the moment for FC Deccan as they try and keep themselves afloat in the fixture. Now, that is a decent ball there. Wonderfully received, twists and turns. Now sends it towards the far right. Easy pickings there. Plays it once again in the central channel, keeps the ball at their feet, and now towards the left wing there. Easy pickings for the Hal FC players. At the moment, FC Deccan is not able to create even a shard of resistance. As they keep on driving, another player has been brought down. It is going to be the first set piece of the game here for Hal FC. They were bombing down the left wing and they had a lot of speed up in their wings out there. And in order to try and stop them, a foul was necessary from FC Deccan, and they eventually do bring in that card. Again, not one of the cards that the players really like to play, but something that is necessary at the end of the day. That free kick, it looks to be from a pretty decent juncture. And here comes the free kick. Opportunity not once but twice. But then again, the first one, it was blocked by a defender. The rebound did fall at the feet of a Hal FC attacker, but then he shot it wide. It could have been a glorious strike Unfortunate though. Yes, very wonderfully sent in. That was probably a beautiful center opportunity once again. Trying to keep the ball in the hunt, but FC Deccan, you'll have to give them the credits as they snatch the ball away. But Hal FC, they are relentless. They do not want to be daunted by these defensive fragments of brilliance from FC Deccan. Come knocking on the doors again, but at the moment FC Deccan, they can breathe a sigh of reprieve. They have the ball, now trying to create an attack of their own, lays it down towards the winger onto the far right, trying to go and get a cross in. Can they? Well, at the moment it doesn't seem like. It's relentless, it's incessant. Referee says, play on here. And Siddharth Rana, oh, he's committed a howler there. He'll have to rush back to the goal. And eventually, they had to challenge with everything to try and keep the ball away from the player who was already marauding. And now, once again, LFC, they wanted to go forward, darting all the way from the left, but now FC Deccan, they had a chance again. Another throw in there. But that throw in now falls in favor of LFC. They're just trying to keep the ball at their feet. They'll be a happy side doing that. And short passes. They'll really need to savor a bit of possession. 10 minutes so far of intense football, mainly dominated by Hal FC. Wherein for FC Deccan, at the moment, there's nothing for them to show for except for that shiny and glistening rear guard that they are boasting right now. Off and now they come all the way from the right. Oh, that's a glorious cross. And a very wonderful header as well. Unfortunate though, he couldn't keep the header in place. Look at that. That was an exquisite piece of work. And the cross, excellent point blank range. All he needed to do was just keep the header on target in the frame of the woodwork. That would definitely have tested the goalkeeper of Hal FC for the first time in the day, Muthu Raja. But let bygones be bygones. And now FC Deccan, they are starting to build in confidence. They are starting to come forward all the way from the right. At the moment though, they let it go and go straight to the goalkeeper. LFC now sends the ball downtown. And at the moment though, for the last couple of minutes, it has been FC Deccan who has been controlling the tempo. And the sun at times is shining occasionally. LFC, they are currently slowing down the tempo. They have been a very active side. They have been a side calling the shots like none other. But at the moment, they are happy to just let it slide. And now coming all the way from the right, trying to get in some space. And that was a poor pass. That could have been better. Could have been miles better indeed. Now another lovely ball onto it, the far right. But excellent defending from FC Deccan. Their defense has been top-notch. and they continue to do what they do the best. They continue to keep their counterparts at bay. Incredible defending indeed. A throw in here for Hal FC. They'll take their time. They are in no hurry for sure. But this has really been a fast-paced encounter. Another long throw comes knocking on the doors. And at the moment though, FC Deccan, they'll be a happy side. Coming all the way from the right this time, FC Deccan. What can they bring to the platter? Twist and turns around. Passes it out towards the central channel. Now towards the far right again. FC Deccan taking their time, not really interested in trying to get the ball laid in the path of Hal FC. That is their current objective. It is going to be a throw-in, and the throw-in has taken place, but at the moment, the last 10 minutes, well, the game started out on a very good note by Hal FC, but FC Deccan, they have really came back strongly. Kicks off proceedings. Waiting for the ball. Launches it downtown in hope of there would be a player. At the moment, Hal FC, the kind of start that they really had, it has somehow just fizzled away. And FC Deccan, they have been pretty strong. A lovely cross and goal number 1. Oh, it came out of nowhere. We were talking about how FC Deccan has came back strongly, and it is their captain, Bdfa, who's performing the Zani dance in celebration, and why not? After weathering the early storm by Hal FC, it is Bdfa who kept on, latched on to the ball. That was being sent in as a cross from the far right, as the ball was powered home from point-blank range. Look at this, laser down towards the player in the far right. And then a delectable trip, and what a connection. The goalkeeper could only stand and watch. There was nothing that he could do. It was that good of a goal. Brilliance. I repeat, brilliance indeed. And look at the dance. Look at the celebration. Just what you need. Phenomenal stuff here. Bdfa, the captain of the side, has secured the lead for FC Deccan. But now, this is why we say that football is a very unpredictable game. When will it change courses? You would simply not know. That is why you need to keep your eyes on the ball. You need to have concentration till the very last moment. You don't, you pay the price. And at the moment, that is exactly what Hal FC, despite all the attack, despite all the gung-ho out from the two wings, and despite all the explosive attitude in the central channel, they have really went forward and missed out an opportunity. Can they come back? Knocking on the doors again. At the moment, they seem slightly disoriented. FC Deccan, they come knocking on the doors again. Can they find a way out? Only time shall reveal. FC Deccan, once again, they have an opportunity trying to build from the left. As the ball trickles out of their control. This has been such a pleasant, such a high-octane battle with two sides who are famished to display their attacking unit. You've got to feel for the goalkeeper of Hal FC. Didn't really have much to do in the first half except for those two chances, and one of them saw them merely being rooted. That is a lovely ball sent towards the far right. Couldn't really keep it in control in the first go. It wasn't the most glamorous of deliveries either. It was going away from the player, but then the ball's fallen back at the feet of FC Deccan and now chips it on towards the far post. And eventually goes out of the Hal FC's danger zone. It's back with FC Deccan, but Hal FC, they've snatched the ball away. They'll really need to regroup here. They'll need to understand the dynamics. They need to believe that they can come back. FC Deccan currently calling the shots in the game. Oh, that is a beautiful snatch. This can be a goal-scoring opportunity. Wanted to dribble past the marker, but it wasn't going to be easy. Now that was another very good piece of defense by the defender. Kept his eye on the ball till the very end. Short passes once again, and just taking their time. FC Deccan just trying to slow the game down because they know that for Hal FC, it's all about speed, it's all about the intensity, and it's most importantly, it's all about trying to showcase. So there's another chance for Hal FC. Oh, what a glorious opportunity! Once again, point blank range, and yet they couldn't find the back of the net. That was the third chance of the day. With every chance that they knock on the doors, they look a lot more dangerous. They look a lot more menacing. We were talking about what this game means to me, means to them. And this, probably the last chance, was another glimpse of how crazy, how hungry they are for goals right now. They haven't been that creative and expressive, but they have played that old school brand of football. You get a chance, you try and convert it. It's as simple as that. Try and send the crosses out from all the far ends. And Hal FC gets another lovely cross, beautifully received. They're looking for help. They're looking for shooting space that they are not getting at all. FC Deccan, their defensive unit, it has been simply mesmerizing. And it has been staunch. And FC Deccan has the ball again, back at their feet. As they drive, and they drive harder. They're taking their time, trying to twist and turn. A wonderful job done, but another long ball. That was Trissi, but before FC Deccan could have laid claim to that, that was a fine piece of work here by the goalkeeper. And now coming all the way from the right, Hal FC had a hope that they could latch on to it, but the flag was up. Just trying to keep the ball much as they can at their feet. FC Deccan, they have really seemed menacing every time they have knocked on the doors. 3 chances, 3 clear-cut chances. One of them has gone into the back of the goal. For Deccan FC, for Hal FC though, they have really tried hard to try and score, but somehow or the other, they have failed to convert chances. And once again, another long ranger comes floating in, but this time the goalkeeper was beaten, but the ball was not on target. This is really turning into a burning nightmare here for Hal FC. Despite all the venom out in the start that they were pouring in against their counterparts, they suddenly have started finding themselves being rocked entirely by FC Deccan. Another long ball. But this time FC Deccan, they stand tall and they get the ball out of contention from Hal FC. Hal FC though, they receive the ball now just trying to be hopeful, to be honest, that things do go all right, things do get all right. Unfortunately, they haven't yet found themselves in a position that will get them rocking and rolling. "25 minutes on the clock, and this 25 minutes, it has been filled with some incredible action. Hal FC once again starting to show the signs of attack and their will and urge to try and score. But FC Deccan, they have really made it a statement, a very strong statement, that they won't allow their opposition to come in the game. Here's a change happening, quite an early one indeed. Now bringing on a change in the 27th minute, it has to be tactical. It's nothing more than a tactical, because there were no signs of any injuries whatsoever. But will that change of feet, the introduction of fresh face as early as 30th minute into the game, will that change the fortunes? When only time shall reveal. At the moment though, Hal FC, they have been completely pegged back. They haven't got anything to be happy about. And there's the change confirmation. It's Jay Ahino who went out, whereas Mohammad Nihal has walked out to the center. And a lovely ball there from the far left. Keeps the ball under control. Cross comes floating in, but it didn't really reach out the Hal FC players. It went straight to FC Deccan. As easy as it gets. Very easy pickings. And now FC Deccan, they try and venture from the right. Takes a shot. Straight to the goalkeeper though. It seems an absolutely crazy encounter here for FC Deccan. The way they are delivering, the way they clawed themselves back after the first 10 minutes of relentless. Another long ranger was dipping menacingly, but it didn't really have enough dip on the ball to try and trouble the goalkeeper. It's been such a brilliant game of football. To be honest, the kind of excitement kind of thrill that we have witnessed, the kind of thrill and joy that we have savored. It has really been fascinating. FC Deccan sends in a lovely cross. Oh, this can be a glorious chance. Can they score? They can't. Rattle the woodwork with all their force. It was so close. And yet somehow the ball didn't really get into their favor. What a brilliant opportunity. They won't come closer than that. And yet somehow the ball refuses to get into the back of the net. This is really some fascinating football. This is the kind of football that we arrive in the stadium to witness. Now another chance here, but this time the ball's gone on to the far right. Taking their time and was dispossessed. Coming all the way from the left now, FC Deccan. They've taken care of the immediate danger, but the ball still lingers around. That is a fine chance. Well intercepted. And now Hal FC comes knocking on the doors again. Slowly starting to rebuild the tempo, the menacing tempo that they started the game with. Starting to ring the alarm bells. Just hoping that they can get themselves back in the game. If you remember yesterday's first game, it was almost a similar story. It was between Bangalore Independence FC and Real Chikmagaluru FC, where in RCFC they led the game for 64 minutes only to concede 3 goals in the last half an hour and allow Bangalore Independence FC to run away with a victory. And a water break has been given to the players. It's kind of a cooling break, we can all say. These are the highlights of the game. The free kick that Hal started it with. They had not 1 but 2 chances. To be honest, they have been extremely profligate. It's not that they didn't really have their chances. This was another brilliant opportunity. The first chance for FC Deccan before they opened the scoring. Yes, this was the goal. Look at that connection. That is as gorgeous as it gets. Simply scintillating stuff. And then they came knocking on the doors over and over again. It was also just about awareness that got them the goal. Very crucial awareness and beautiful finish. And now the players are back into the ground. Throw it here for Hal FC. Hal FC, the last 1 minute or 2, they have started seeming slightly more dangerous. They have started seeming as they started the game. Another long ball. Oh, that! It had a bit of danger laced with there. Glorious opportunity once again. And both the players extended their feet out. Only to be denied. Only not to reach out. Now that is some exquisite work there from the goalkeeper of Deccan FC. And now Deccan FC comes knocking on the doors again. FC Deccan rather. And that was a bit of a confusion there. They almost jammed into each other. And now chips the ball forward. Nothing significant to be precise. Launches it towards the far right. Goal scoring chance is definitely there. And it was not well taken. Now Hal FC, they come once again knocking from the left, just trying to find something for all the effort that they have shown. Another long ball. Instead of short passes, this game is really seen. Well, FC Deccan, as we mentioned, that they really like to sit back and then come knocking on the doors. Hal FC, on the contrary, they started the game with all the power, with all the gas in the chamber, or in their tank. But the way they have been kind of not ruled out, to be precise, the way they have somehow been halted over and over again. That is something that they'll really like to shake off themselves. They'll need to keep on attacking. That is what matters. And this time on from the far right, trying to build something significant, trying to create a pass. Oh, that was a lovely pass. It was set. It was squared off right into the stride of the player advancing. Unfortunately, though, his shot, he couldn't keep it down. It went miles into the air. Opportunities like these, I mean, they can really be an eye-opener for the opposition. FC Deccan, they have always had their eyes open, to be honest. Now plays it once again towards the center. Unfortunately, nobody could reach out for it. A free kick has been awarded. Final 11 minutes of regulation time remaining. Hal FC back on the attack. They will need support as well. This can't keep on running away. Somehow or the other, they have felt initially the kind of coherence that they really came to the game with. That coherence is lacking right now, and that is exactly what, or that is why they have been pegged back. They just need to understand, they just need to focus here, come at the oppositions accordingly. This is a nice ball from the left. Beautifully tease it forward. Can they scoot in towards the attacking half? Unfortunately, they won't be able to do that. It's a corner though. Let's see if they can produce something significant from this corner. Great opportunity for Hal FC. Try and get themselves an equalizer. They wanted to go forward with a short corner, but the plan didn't really work out. Ideally, in case of a short corner, you have to take a shot straight away instead of trying to just, try and trap it, get yourself another chance. So yes, it's something like that. Once again, short passes on towards the right. FC Deccan, they are a lot more convincing at the moment. And to be honest, they have really had the kind of impact that those minimal attacks from them have had on the game. mean, that has been absolutely crucial. Short passes once again. Another pass towards the left. Right now, they really need those passes to be a lot more precise and accurate. Trying to keep the ball under control here. Does a decent job. Another lovely ball. And FC Deccan now sends it. Crucial switching as well. How successful they will be, though, that is still a question mark. It's slightly scrappy right now in the center, to be honest. Maybe exhaustion is just setting in. That can be one of the possible reasons why. FC Deccan now with the free kick in their favor. And now it's kind of a fist fight down to the far left. So nobody would actually make the cut for the final ball. Here they come, knocking on the doors, very cool and calm. That's the only goal so far. Mithun scored a phenomenal finish. And another delectable ball. Oh, opportunity! And that one, it goes flying out. That was a lovely, lovely ball there. There was no questions on that. Unfortunately, though, it was so close, it's so far. Easy pickings whatsoever. Once again, the short passes between the defenders and the goalkeepers have started. It seems that LFC, they are definitely not happy with what just happened right away. "41 minutes of action. Pretty decent action, to be honest. Final few minutes of regulation time in the first half. They've given away the ball way too cheaply there. FC Deccan can come on the doors knocking, or apologies, Hal FC can come on the doors knocking. Only for FC Deccan to keep their stand firm and safe. Rather long throw in. Doesn't really count here. It's a nice ball in there, and they can drive forward from there on. Once again, plays it towards the far right. Sends it forward. Oh, this can be dangerous, but what a save! What a stunning save there from Siddharth Rana. Had it not been for him, this very well could have been the equalizer. Excellent, excellent work there. He was quick to react, quick to get out of his line, and immediately lay his claim on the ball. Brilliant, brilliant goalkeeping, to be honest. Just when you feel that you've seen it all, this game surprises you. This game shocks you as well. Exciting football, exciting footballing days. And now trying to come all the way from the left, another cross comes floating in, but that was repelled away, as this is going to be another corner. And they are all set for this corner. Can they get the equalizer? Whips that in, header! And that somehow still didn't go in. It was a crackling chance for sure. Unfortunately though, the ball, it kind of stuck. And sorry for that slight technical glitch. It was a very brief moment of technical glitch, but it happened just when it was not to be. But nonetheless, we are back, and that's what matters. Final minute of regulation time coming up. Deccan Hal FC, they still are looking for that equalizer. They have been denied over and over again. And that is because of the very alert nature of FC Deccan. Another long ball chipped towards the goal. But again, it didn't really produce anything that would have made a significant noise. 2 minutes of additional time at the end of first half's regulation time, and FC Deccan, well, to be honest, after that goal, even they didn't really look pretty convincing. The last 15 minutes of the game, that hasn't been pretty coordinating. Both the sides, they have tried to score, but they have failed. They've come knocking on the doors, and yet somehow or the other they have been stopped over and over again. And that is what matters. The kind of intensity, it has been high. That is exactly the sense of the game. The higher the intensity, the better the football. But when it comes to coherence, when it comes to trying to score, when it comes to goal scoring opportunities, that hasn't exactly been the cause. Final 60 seconds coming up. Han FC still looking for a goal scoring opportunity. Still hoping against hope that FC Deccan, they can make a mistake and it can be scavenged from. Another nice ball there. And it isn't really a very promising opportunity, to be honest. But Hal FC, they have a chance. They're looking for some support. Support is arriving very slowly and gradually, and by the time the support could intensify, the ball was already away from their feet as FC Deccan, they had a chance of taking the ball and driving forward. They are doing that comfortably at the moment. They come all the way from the left. Great chance. Still looking for that opportunity, but the flag's gone out. And with this, we will come to the end of the first half. It has been an exciting encounter. Both the teams have really put forth their best foot. Unfortunately, though, they couldn't get themselves on the score sheet for Hal FC. For FC Deccan, though, it's their captain, B. Mithun, who scored a brilliant goal, getting in that crucial touch and poking the ball into the back of the net. Well, that's all from the first half. We'll now slip into a short breather before we return with the second. Do keep an eye out for the highlights as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for the second half of the game between HAL FC and obviously Deccan FC. At the moment, as things stand, Deccan FC has a 1-0 cushion for themselves, and they will really like to take that momentum further. That's FC Deccan for you. At the moment, they are absolutely wonderful and brilliant. They didn't really have much of a say in terms of their attacking enterprise, but whenever they did, they ensured that the goals are being scored. And now on your frame, from the left to the right, the team that will be attacking in their signature blacks is FC Deccan, wherein on your frame from the right to the left, the team that will be changing sides and playing out in their signature greens is none other than HAL FC. One quick hurdle, because at the end of the day, it's just a 1-goal cushion. A very slender one, to be honest. So that slender cushion, that can be wiped away even what in a matter of seconds. We saw it yesterday. FC Deccan, they really like to put forward everything that they have in their arsenal. And we are underway here, the second half at the KSAFA Stadium, and it is going to be the final 45 minutes of exciting football challenge between HAL FC, between HAL and FC Deccan. Known as the Pilots, HAL, they will really like to take flight here. They did get off to a rip-roaring start. Sadly, they couldn't really convert that into something big. And it's going to be a throw-in now in favor of FC Deccan. FC Deccan has really looked in solid touch. And no wonder they have found the goal as well. That is a beautiful pass. And now sends the ball towards the far right. Danger lingers on. Goal number 2. Oh, from point blank range. That's hammered into the back of the net. And FC Deccan are running away with the bragging rights for the time being. Just what you were not expecting. Just when you thought that HAL can try and come back, they have been pegged back and pegged back in merciless fashion. That finish, that was world class, to be honest. Took his time, brings it down, and there you go, bam! Right. Poked, and it's Nikhil Das, scorer. Great finish, quality finish, to be honest. And now HAL, they will have an uphill task ahead of them. They will really need to run riots here. It's a free kick. Chips the ball in towards the goal. Goal scoring opportunity! What a goal there from HL! That is absolutely brilliant. They took their time. And that free kick was $1 million one. Sent right into the heads of the player who waited out there and then let one fly. Look at that. Chipped with precision. And all the striker did was just steer the ball into a different direction. And by the time the goalkeeper could realize that that ball was going away from him, the damage was already done. He was already off the position in order to try and recuperate possession. And that goal, what a crazy start to the second half we have already had. 2 goals in a span of just 3 minutes. And it is Johnny Com who scored for the Pilots. Staggering finish indeed. And here's a change that has been made, and that is Imran Khan has gone out. Vincent Chersman has come in place of HAL. Another change is Ajit has gone out, wherein Manjunath T has walked into the centre. Now HAL, they come knocking on the door, trying to use that left wing to their advantage, hoping for help to arrive, looking for that equaliser. They seem a lot more renewed. This is another great juncture to have a free kick from. And they've taken it shortly, but the referee has blown the whistle. Now, since it's from a very, very critical juncture, they'll have to wait. At the moment, a bit of a heated discussion there. But the players quickly pacifying each other. This probably can be a direct kick as well. They're taking their time, keeping their eyes on. There's not 1 but 2 players, and their constant movement in the ball, just trying to make the goalkeeper slightly unsettled. Can they get the equalizer? There they step up, lets one fly, hammers it straight into the ball. No real challenge whatsoever. HAL, they are still trying to find something from the left. They were denied. Let's see, 51 minutes in the clock so far. And this first 6 minutes of the second half, it has been such an exciting affair. Already 2 goals scored in 6 minutes. That probably tells you the beauty of the game, the excitement, the high octane passion that these two teams are fanning right now. That's a nice receive. Rolls the ball forward. HAL, they are starting to seem dangerous once again. Another long ball, well controlled. And now lays it down towards a player at the far right who wanted to go for a cross, but that has been deflected. That's going to be a corner here in favor of HAL. Let's see if the set piece can get them some reward. But dangers on the horizon already. Ships that in. Well received there. Sends it towards the far right. And that's gone out of play. HL still trying to latch on to the balls, trying to reclaim possession for themselves. They know that the key to restoring world order out here at the KSFA Stadium has to be trying to gain more possession. HAL, they also have a very prolific goal-scoring unit. So they do have players who can try and score, who can latch onto the ball, just claim the opportunity that they are looking forward to. And not really well controlled there. And that is beautifully done by HAL. They have an opportunity. They wanted to run forward with a through ball. Unfortunately, though, couldn't really create that chance. And now, after a bit of an entanglement out in the center, both the players took a tumble, the referee awarding the free kick in favor of FC Deccan. They'll take their time and eventually chips that into the box. Another header comes knocking on the doors, but that wasn't as glorious as they would have expected. HAL back on the ball. And now they are once again trying to resort back to the short pass technique. Strategy that really worked wonders for them. And now the central channel is up open. They want to carve it open further. It goes for a long shot, but from miles away. That was never going to help him for sure. Another high press. The goalkeeper took his time for clearing the ball away, but the ball's fallen back at the feet of HAL. And now they can drive forward again, but they have been dispossessed. And referee says play on. FC Deccan trying to bomb through that central channel, but they have been stopped. Stopped in their tracks. A yellow card is being shown to Andrew Gurung. And another free kick, another opportunity to try and get the ball close towards the goal. Sends it, goes for the acrobatic, but that didn't really have the desired connection. Easy pickings at the end of the day for the goalkeeper. And this time it was more a box-to-box action. And eventually it's going to be a throw-in now in favor of HAL. FC Deccan starting to feel the pressure. And he sends in a long ball from the right. Brilliant goalkeeping! But will that cost them? Unfortunately, they couldn't use the chance to their advantage. That was a lovely ball, to be honest. And the goalkeeper made a hash of affairs. All he needed to do was keep an eye on the ball. But then that resultant effort, that somehow went out of play. So close yet so far for HAL, and now realizing the importance of bringing in an additional defender. FC Deccan introduces One more name to the mix. They can understand the hunger growing in the belly. Oh, a header! And glances it. It goes agonizingly wide of the post. Once again, so close yet so far. This is turning out into a very, very crucial spell of the game. And it's John Glenn Lal who's walked out to the center in place of Rakesh Singh. Now coming all the way from the left, trying to create an opportunity, trying to find something decent going their way. FC Deccan, but HL, they are bringing in another change. And this is a defensive change. Now that is slightly quizzical because at the moment they'll need goals to be scored. Without goals, they will be under pressure. Oh, that is a lovely ball once again sent in from the left. Danger still not over as the possession lingers on at the feet of FC Deccan. And now FC Deccan, they're trying to go all the way from the left, but they have been dispossessed. Another long ball sent forward, and a free kick has been given as play has been halted. The referee would like to pay some attention towards the play. And we have restarted the game. 30 minutes of action remaining in this encounter so far. And whatever would be added on, that's like a bonus. Coming all the way from the right, HAL still trying their very best. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. They know that they will have to find a way. They won't be gifted one, particularly with the kind of resolute mindset, the kind of resolute defense that FCD, or rather FC Deccan, has been bringing to this game. Another lovely pass. And wanted to go forward with a through ball, but it wasn't well engineered. Unfortunately, though, HAL, they were almost about to give away possession way too cheaply. But somehow they haven't, and this is a lovely ball. This is a lovely layoff. Sends in with a minus. That minus should have been better. Should have had a bit more power than usual. And now HAL, they have a chance to break. They're trying to use that. Can they be successful? No, they can't. Very good defending there. A lot defending. Had his eyes on the ball. Trying to make it, make the wings talk to their advantage. Unfortunately, though, it's not to be so far. Good work there by HAL, but then once again FC Deccan, they're right on top of their game and they are not going to give up that easy. once again FC Deccan try to come all the way. Now from the right, there was a wonderful switch. Unfortunately, though, the switch was not well utilized, and that allowed HAL to try and reclaim the possession for themselves. Kind of easy pickings, to be honest. 62 minutes on the clock. 63 to be precise. 27 minutes of regular action remaining for sure. And then whatever minutes will be added on. HAL still has the ball at their feet. Wanted to try and get in a center. Unfortunately, ended up hammering it straight at the player. Sends in a lovely cross. And eventually denied away. But HAL once again would really like to come all the way from the right. Had a glorious chance, but they couldn't really take it. Now FC Deccan, they are trying to control the tempo of the ball. How successful would they be? HAL pushing it forward. Once again, excellent goalkeeping. Absolutely marvelous there. This is going to be a throw in here in favor of FC Deccan. FC Deccan, well, to be very honest, HAL, they have looked active ever since that first goal. They have really looked as good as it gets, and they have once again reintroduced the vim, verb, and vigor that they were savoring at the start of the game. Ball was nicely brought down there. Sends in a long ball. The goalkeeper had to rush out of his position eventually to clear that away. He had to be quick. He had to be fast. He ensured that he was bang on with his execution. And another long ball comes floating in from the right, but straight to the goalkeeper. Well, it really gets exciting with every passing minute. More and more exciting, to be honest. FC Deccan now on the ball. Plays it towards the far left, keeps the ball in. Not really well kept. And two of the players are down. The referees halted play again. And we are back in the game as well. It's trying to create chances, trying to create an opportunity. And this is a lovely ball, just trying to be on top of that, and HAL, they have been denied because the flag went up. That wasn't decent from FC Deccan. They could have done better than that at least. Now the short ball there. FC Deccan really just trying to play those short passes amongst themselves, just trying to keep the possession at their feet, and that is what matters, because more the possession at their feet, they will be able to steal away a few more seconds, and every time they steal away a few more seconds, they start accumulating into crucial minutes. Now at Deccan, that was unnecessary there. That was completely unnecessary, and he kind of knew as well. It's going to be a free kick. Another change happened here. In fact, two substitutions. And this time, a long ball was sent right in front of the goal. Unfortunately, though, it was not well accepted. It was not that easy either. Sends another long ball forward. And this time, I reckon he overran himself. A nice ball towards that left wing. Trying to create pressure. That is a brilliant ball. Not well cleared. But eventually, and the danger still remains though. And I reckon it's going to be a free kick. It is. And the card's going to come out. Oh, that was not needed. That was definitely not needed. And it happened right in front of the eyes of the referee. That was completely unnecessary. I mean, it was clearly a foul. The referee obviously spotted it and was quick to react. The card was also coming out, and just when things were panning out, a punch came out of nowhere. We'll have to see what happens out here. The referee having a quick word. FC Deccan, they'll have their free kick for sure, but scenes like that is definitely not accepted in football. And they're all set with the free kick. FC Deccan, it seems like a very good juncture to have a free kick from. Can be a goal scoring opportunity as well. They're taking their time, but I reckon the referee there probably wanted to have a word of what's happening. Final 18 minutes of regulation time remaining. So obviously this is going to be a crucial moment in the game, and this can also be a game-changing free kick because if FC Deccan can score from here, they would probably run away with the game. The referee just having a quick look at the ball, just telling them what can be done and what not. Where FC Deccan is all set, and they ends up skying this effort. Another chance goes begging. Lovely pass. Very slowly and steadily, just taking their time. HAL, they will have to find a much more solid enterprise. Once again, if they can just get back to the kind of start that they got, at least even for the next 10 to 15 minutes, there is an opportunity that they can start knocking on the doors. That is very, very important. Trying to knock on the doors. And once again, all the way from the right comes an FC Deccan. We are back in the game here once again. Apologies for the technical difficulty. FC Deccan, they've managed to reclaim the ball because of a poor pass here from HAL, and HAL somehow recovers very strongly. Now coming all the way from the right, looking for opportunity in space. There's a fine ball. Sends it in the stride of another HL player. There could be a possibility of a goal, but the goalkeeper, he was quick to react, yes, but the ball actually did trickle out of his grasp. And there's going to be another couple of substitutions there. And it's going to be a drinks break as well. These were the two goals that were scored out in this half. It was a lovely finish. He just kept his eye on the ball. And that touch, that was so gorgeous. And then look at how, bit of a confusion, poor defensive clearance, and then came HL's goal there. Shipped it goal bound, and all the player did was just steer it away from the goalkeeper's grasp, making it 2-1, but it still needs a lot of work to be done for HAL. They will have to keep on pushing harder than ever. Dhanashekhar is making way to the center in place of Austin Gijo for HAL. At the moment, it is about all the attacks and it is about all the challenges that these players can bring. HAL still has the ball at their feet. Sends it downtown. Unfortunately, the first touch wasn't as gorgeous as you'd have expected that to be. It's a long run, long chase for HAL, and they won't reach out for the ball that easy. Nicely received. Oh, that was a beautiful piece of work there. Trying to make some space for himself. Sends the ball towards the left. Goes for a shot, but that was pretty emasculated. It was nowhere close. Could have been a goal scoring chance if he could have at least tried to hit the target. "12 minutes of intense action remaining. And the game can still go any way, to be honest. Headed to safety there. Believe me, this 12 minutes, it's going to be riddled with action. It's going to be full of excitement, drama, thrill. Everything's going to come together. Another brilliant ball. Sends it towards the far right. FC Deccan taking their time, trying to body shield the ball, and now passes it out towards its central channel as well. But HAL, they've got the ball back at their feet. And they can drive forward. They have a lovely scope to try and get the ball into the field of play. There was a bit of push. Referee says game on. Unfortunate, poor pass. Very poor pass. I mean, that looked to be a great opportunity only if they could have kept their eyes on the ball. Unfortunately, they couldn't. And now the desperation setting in. This is another good ball. This is a chance for FC Deccan, but HAL denies them. They are happy to keep the ball as it is. And now even drive for it. This is really good football from HAL into the far left. But once again, after all the hard work, all they could manage was just give the ball away. These are things that they'll really need to learn. These are things that will not come to them very automatically. Chance, wanted to go for a long ranger, unfortunately took a sharp deflection. And now HAL, they are on their move forward. Sends in a long ball straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. No real pressure, no real challenge. As easy as it gets, a regulation catch is what we can call it. Goalkeeper came way out of his line. Safety. The question is how much and trying to take it. Opportunities are being looked around for. 9 minutes of regulation time is what these teams will get. Let's see if they can utilize that. It is going to be challenging for sure, but they can try for sure as well. FC Deccan just trying to put their last few stings left in to come in all the way from the right. And how successful is it going to be? That is a million-dollar question. That's a fine ball again. HAL still looking for the equalizer, still looking for everything that they can come up with. Roshan Samra has came in for FC Deccan. Alvin Anthony went out. Desperation's creeping in here for HAL. Question is, how far can they keep this desperation going in? Can they actually make this, turn this into something fruitful in their favor? Well, that is a brilliant ball. And there was a bit of a push involved. But then very surprisingly, it was not to be. FC Deccan, they are on the charge. HAL once again from that right, trying to use the right wing to their advantage. But unfortunately, they haven't been successful from the wings. They have tried everything that they could. They're still knocking on the doors. They're still trying to get in. A pass onto the stride, sends it beautifully. Just trying to get the ball, get into the way of the player. Won't be successful. FC Deccan still coming. Closer than ever. The obvious pointer that comes into question is how can they score? Well, this can be a glorious opportunity. But once again, FC Deccan being very, very alert. And that is what matters. Trying to keep a keen eye on the proceedings there. Not allowing any kind of chances to the opposition. Another long throw into the mix. I have a gut feeling that this game is far from over. It may be just 85 minutes on the clock, but this upcoming 5 minutes, they are going to be intense and extremely exciting, pulsating as well. A bit of pleasantries exchanged. Well, the question is, how far can these two teams come up? How quickly can they try and score? Well, now it's turning out into more of box-to-box action. Which obviously FC Deccan would love to enjoy. But for HAL, they will have to be a bit more precise with their passes. Now they have the ball at their feet as well, trying to use the central channel. A bit of exhaustion settling in as well. HAL does an excellent job of keeping the ball in play. How much can they utilize that? That is good work. Trying to cut back in sharply. Oh, that was a lovely ball, but then repelled away. And yet, being desperate to keep the possession at their feet, they throw in everything at the ball. But FC Deccan, they do a very good job of claiming the possession for themselves. And now they can even drive forward. But they choose to play it back amongst themselves. Just the kind of game that you would want. HAL now increasing the numbers. They'll have to be careful here. They'll have to be very, very careful. Well, this time, to be honest, that was excellent stuff here. Nicely received. Another fine ball for HAL. Do they have a break? Can they get one? Only time shall reveal. They're trying their very best for sure, and that is what matters. And now FC Deccan, they have a bit of an open space to come all the way from the left. Well, at the moment, though, they'll have to settle. So far, so good. Let's see if they can use this opportunity further. They're trying their best, and that is what matters. This is what makes the game exciting. We are in the final minute of regulation time. Post this, we will be witnessing whatever regulation time will be added on. And once again, furious there, the HAL players. They're hoping that this would be going in their favor, but no, it's not to be. It's not easy, to be honest. I mean, for the players, it's understandable that they really want things to go in their way. But at times, you just have to settle down for what's coming your way. 5 minutes have been added on, so there is still time for HAL to try and showcase their talent. HAL building all the way from the left. The two wings, they have really been very active on the wings, but unfortunately, the wings haven't been as greatly operating. I mean, the kind of impact that they would have wanted, that has somehow been missing. Another chance being attempted. The question is, can they stick to it? And only time shall say. FC Deccan, though, they have gone up all the way from the right. This has really been a wonderful encounter for FC Deccan as well. The question remains simple. Do we still have more action coming up? Both the teams, they are actually now latching onto those long balls, which would somehow only get them closer to the goal. A corner here in favor of HAL goes for a nice long corner, but then again, that wasn't a great header. It was more or less void. Now beautifully cuts back in, takes the long ranger, diving header attempted. Unfortunate. So close yet so far, if we can call it. Incredible stuff indeed. Really incredible. Look at this, cuts back in sharply, wanted to go for goal himself. If he would have connected, only if he would have connected, that ball could have gone into the back of the net. The Medico's out. They need some treatment for sure. They're all set for another corner here. Another lovely corner taken, attempted to take a shot towards the goal. What a save! What a save, a match-defining save here. This probably has to go down as the best move of the day. Exquisite goalkeeping. And probably saved the match as well for his team. A bit of an attempt by HAL to try and keep the ball away. A bit of an acrobatic effort indeed. But the question remains, will that work in their favour or will it not? This time another lovely ball there. Just gets in very nicely. And goes for another long range, another great save. This was even more difficult. But the way he went forward and drived onto his far right, that was stunning. Absolutely stunning. Final few seconds. And then we'll be done. But this has been a crazy game of football, with HAL eventually not meeting the second goal, but they indeed did steal away the hearts towards the end. What a crazy encounter has it been. Absolutely swashbuckling stuff and brilliant to say the least. And with this, we'll come to an end of this game. And it's finally HAL 1, FC Deccan 2. Unfortunate for the men in green that they couldn't really get that equalizer. But FC Deccan, they will be a happy side. It was a hard-fought victory, but a victory nonetheless. 3 full points. Particularly the final 10 minutes of the game. It was so good. Fortunate that, and that's a confirmation. It's Mithun and Nikhil who scored for FC Deccan, and Johnny scored the solitary goal for HAL. That's all from the first game. It's your commentator Rohit signing off. However, do not go anywhere, for the second game is all set to come on your screen. So till then, it's just about enjoying the highlights till we return with the second game on the official YouTube channel of Sportscast India.
Lumpy, boys. Middle.